Preface of Is Mars Habitable? This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Is Mars Habitable? A critical examination of Professor Percival Lowell's book Mars and its Canals, with an alternative explanation, by Alfred Russel Wallace, Fellow of the Royal Society, etc. Preface. This small volume was commenced as a review article on Professor Percival Lowell's book Mars and its Canals, with the object of showing that the large amount of new and interesting facts contained in this work did not invalidate the conclusion I had reached in 1902 and stated in my book on A Man's Place in the Universe, that Mars was not habitable. But the more complete presentation of the opposite view in the volume now under discussion required a more detailed examination of the various physical problems involved, and as the subject is one of great popular as well as scientific interest, I determined to undertake the task. This was rendered the more necessary by the fact that in July last Professor Lowell published in the Philosophical Magazine an elaborate mathematical article claiming to demonstrate that notwithstanding its much greater distance from the Sun and its excessively thin atmosphere, Mars possessed a climate on the average equal to that of the south of England, and in its polar and subpolar regions even less severe than that of the Earth. Such a contention of course required to be dealt with, and led me to collect information bearing upon temperature in all its aspects, and so enlarging my criticism that I saw it would be necessary to issue it in book form. Two of my mathematical friends have pointed out the chief omission which vitiates Professor Lowell's mathematical conclusions, that of a failure to recognize the very large, conservative, and cumulative effect of a dense atmosphere. This very point, however, I had already myself discussed in Chapter 6 by means of some remarkable researches on the heat of the moon and an investigation of the causes of its very low temperature. I have, I think, demonstrated the incorrectness of Mr. Lowell's results. In my last chapter, in which I briefly summarized the whole argument, I have further strengthened the case for very severe cold in Mars, by adducing the rapid lowering of temperature universally caused by diminution of atmospheric pressure, as manifested in the well-known phenomena of temperate climates at moderate heights, even.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?